I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did, and I want to thank my Australian viewers for repeatedly pointing me to this show, Pinkie. Not to be confused with, the other Pinkie. This, in fact, may be the first show that I'm reviewing an episode for that never aired in America. But from what I hear, it airs like all the time over there. The closest relative I can think of to this show is Johnny Test. From a copy-paste story and concept to really cheap animation, and when I say cheap animation, I mean cheap. When I saw this cartoon, I legitimately thought it was some kind of webtoon, because it looks like it was made with Go Animate. You guys found a ripe one. So let's tear it apart. The concept of the show is something that they never explain in this episode. The closest thing we get is the theme song, which says that this girl's friend lives inside her phone and has a bunch of magic. Wikipedia says that Nina, our main star, got a cell phone for her birthday, and that makes all of her wishes come true. Unfortunately, each episode has them go wrong with hilarious results. Sound familiar? Yeah, this is a Fairly OddParents ripoff. Oh, and it came out in 2009 if you're wondering. This particular episode starts with Nina wanting to go to a party hosted by the popular girl that she doesn't like. I was tempted to count all the cliches that the show is made out of, but I wanted this review to be less than an hour long, and it's already late as it is.
I'm invited.
In your dreams, Vincent. This is a flyer for a hardware store.
Are you sure that this wasn't some 4th graders go anime project? Because it looks like some 4th graders go anime project.
What shall it be? Red or aubergine? Oh, definitely red.
Red is very in right now.
Oh, I like the red.
Go aubergine!
Oh, but...
Hey kids, let's count the cliches. The awkward love interest with a girl that doesn't give a shit about him. The bland mean girl character. Her 2 idiot parrot sidekicks. Absolutely no knowledge of fashion by fashion-savvy characters. And instead using fake colors. Someone selecting one thing so everyone else selects the other thing. That's impressive. No, really it is. You could eat a bunch of cartoon collection DVDs and shit out something less regurgitated than this show. Nina gets invited to Susie's party because never explained, and then we learn that Nina has to babysit. Oh no, now Nina has to pick between doing her responsibility and going to that party that she really wants to. Will she pick the right one, or will she make a fool of herself doing the less responsible option? Oh, and I have no idea who the hell that guru guy is, if you're wondering.
Babysitting the Peterson kids? Since when?
Since 3 weeks ago.
Who plans going away for a night 3 weeks in advance? I can understand for like the next weekend or something, but 3 fucking weeks?
Means I thought you and Susie didn't get along. Why would you want to go to her party?
Yeah, despite how much of a cliche this is, I've never really gotten why anyone does that. This show doesn't explain it either. So, Nina starts talking to her magic cell phone fairy. And yes, if you didn't know the concept of the show, this would come right the fuck out of nowhere. You see, with the Fairly OddParents, Cosmo and Wanda are near Timmy at almost all times, so their intervention doesn't come out of left field. Also, Pinkie talks with a horrible falsetto that's just not pleasant to listen to.
No one can be in 2 places at once.
Dexter, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner, Johnny Test, Omi, Jake Long, SpongeBob, Pinkie Pie, Dodger Dare, Homer Simpson, and Dipper Pines. It never worked out once! So, Pinkie makes a new Nina. Can you poke it with a stick or something? I don't think that it's alive.
It's exactly like you.
Right, because the real Nina has those eyes. There are ways to differentiate the clone from the original without insulting the audience's intelligence, Although, yes, this does seem to be a recurring problem. One that body swap stories have too.
When I talk, I hear my own angelic voice, but it's coming out of your awkward and adolescent warped body.
Why don't you ever use the voice that belongs to the body that you're in? Vocal cords aren't in the brain. Biology doesn't work like that. Bottom line, showing something to the audience that you don't show to the people in the stories that should know better is cheating! Oh, and the head of someone they said felt very real just fell off. Pinkie then decides to become the Nina clone.
It's like I'm talking to my reflection.
Yes, because your reflection is constantly derping at all times. So it's decided that the clone will be babysitting. I don't get what Pinkie's powers or role is, but I'm sure that there's a better way that this can be done. So they decide to run a test by sending Pinkie to dinner. And seriously, who the fuck is that guru guy? He doesn't do anything but sit there.
Means I looked up your charts and your stars predict a major disturbance tonight.
If I'd have to guess, I'd say he's her father, but fathers don't exactly read their children their horoscopes. Pinkie eats some of the soup and then explodes.
I had to tell your parents we've been studying magic tricks to explain your cranial discharge back there.
So, where is your family?
Do you think the Peterson kids will like this trick?
Ew.
Way too much. Oh, and they're babysitting right next to the party. Because potatoes. Okay? First, the babysitting gig is 3 weeks in the future, and now you're telling me that you've never been to their house before. I'm assuming that you at least know who these people are. When the kids watch a Barney ripoff, that drives Nina over the edge. Yeah, sending your magical servant to do your work. That's nice. Yeah, when that happens to the Fairly Odd Parents, they kinda got upset about that.
Doing this? For real?
We're right next door. Those kids aren't going anywhere. What could possibly go wrong?
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
So, Nina tells Pixel Pinkie to babysit, and wants a spectacular entrance to the neighbor's party. She gets a rocket up her ass and flies into Susie's pool. Then everyone starts going in the pool, and we learn that Pixel Pinkie is tied to the phone. When it gets waterlogged, so does Pixel Pinkie. This goes absolutely nowhere, and Pixel Pinkie wants ideas. The idea is hide and seek. This works about as well as you think, as Pixel Pinkie doesn't even know how to use a fucking door.
Being Nina is harder than I imagined. These door things take some getting used to.
Who the fuck are you talking to? You're supposed to be hiding.
Hey, check out Nina. She's climbing a tree.
Hey, look, it's someone no one cares about doing something completely uninteresting. So the twins go right into a stranger's backyard, one that was gated off.
Oh, dude, did I hear a little kid's voice?
Totally.
Hey, listen, it's something that I couldn't possibly care about and it wouldn't affect me in any way. They point to Pixel Pinkie, whose arm has fallen off because that's not horrifying in the slightest.
I should have never tried to do two things at once.
Next thing you'll be telling me is that it's wrong to hit people, or that it's wrong to steal. Nina starts running and hiding because, I don't know, when she runs to her crush. They have some not very interesting conversations.
Do you like red?
One of my favorite primary colors.
Oh my, it's one of your favorites, and not your favorite when there's only 3 options. I'll take it as a no, you don't like red. Nina gets back to find that the twins are hiding. Yay, they're traumatized for life! Seriously, you just had someone's head fall off in front of a couple of kids. Anyway, the Petersons say that Nina should babysit for them every week, not realizing that she could just say no and hasn't yet made the commitment, meaning that she's gotten through this essentially consequence-free. This was an interesting one. Oh, and if you're wondering my rules for foreign shows, it has to have an official English translation and needs to have aired on mainstream television in its country of origin.
Here's our generic song. It sounds like hundreds of other songs. Things are always nice in this song. That's why no one remembers it. Generic song, generic song. Some jackass wrote this in his sleep. Generic song, generic songs. It shuts up your kids so you can't complain.